This video gonna be about what's happening YouTube about the Kevin Durant debate that was on First Take the other day with Wendy, the Brian Windhorst, Rudy Gay, who's new to the set, Stephen A. Smith and Miley, and they was talking about his legacy and the polarization. This all started when Stephen A. Smith said that he was a top 10 player ever, which cracked me up, And the debate about Durant and where he ranks and so on, and his legacy and how it's impacted. Well, the Phoenix Suns suck. They're tanking right now. That's why Charles Barkley don't even want to talk about them. And then you see that they are just going through the motions. I mean, with him, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal. Remember, it was Bradley Beal who last year said if I had been playing, we'd have won 60 games. And Frank Vogel was the coach. And you see how that turned out? They didn't quit on their coach. Durant is so out the door. But he doesn't want to go to Golden State. Now, he can say what he want to say. But between Bob Myers and Steve Kerr and Draymond Green, there's reasons that have lasting, lingering impact. But he's obviously got to be traded. Somebody will, you know, push him somewhere else. It's 30,000 career points and great career and et cetera, et cetera. But it's not ending the way it's supposed to. He's still averaging his average. He's still playing scoring wise, but he's a liability in other areas. And no one is really afraid of Durantula no more. I think he should go ahead and try to get to OKC. Houston would be a good young team. Teams that could benefit from where he could be used as a utility man, but he's not moving the needle. And he didn't want to go to Golden State. And so far, Jimmy Butler's been a great fit. So, what do I think about everything in totality? Plus, if you watched last night's basketball, you saw Giannis and Jokic playing. They are more moved on. They're moving. They're going to be wherever when their careers are over. They're going to be ahead of him. And that's the reality. There's a guy who would have been a sure lock somewhere near the top 10, would have been standing at the door, maybe giving Dr. J a run or Elijah one, depending on what your top 10 is. He'd have been definitely on that 12, 11, near 10. But unless he wins a championship or miraculously flips his career, he's going to be the other side of in that 16 through 24 power, which is still all time great. Because if I put you in my top 25, that's my cutoff. That's why I say you were the greatest of the top tier. There are tiers and levels to it. And but he'd be on the lower end. Because he's got that career that's kind of unfulfilled. But the debate about him was interesting. I was like, he's so polarizing. But he has to understand he's the odd man out. He's more closer to where Kawhi Leonard's situation is than he is to Steph and LeBron, and that's got to be messing with him. Yeah, he's respected, but he's also he's getting forgotten because the wear and tear and just not really being a factor. And I don't care what they say. Yeah, he was MVP of those two finals in Golden State, and you can debate he was the best player on the court, etc. But Steph went on and won another one, and that's a fact. I heard Stephen A. say that he had played, they'd have swept Toronto. Maybe. It didn't happen. Kawhi Leonard got a second chip, and Kawhi Leonard earned a spot in the top 75 greatest players ever. Kawhi is also a questionable mark, probably more frustrating than Durant, but because of the fact he don't play. That's the problem with that. But Durant, you look at a guy, a toe on the line, kind of made me think about the Baltimore Ravens season in Kansas City. The first game, toe on the end of the line, and they didn't get to go to overtime against Kansas City. Same thing with Durant. That toe, Giannis wins the chip. We'll never know what happened in Brooklyn. Had he gone and won with Kyrie and James Harden, we have a different narrative of him. You put 30,000 points with 3 chips in 2 different locations, and then he's in a different argument and debate. But it's polarizing. And so it's an interesting topic, but they do spend a lot of time wondering what's going to happen with him in the offseason, where you're going to go. Well, it's not looking good. He's already in a retirement home in Arizona, so it's like, what you going to do? What's going to be the next phase of his career? He has to know. He has to feel unfulfilled in that regard because he's one of those guys you thought would have won somewhere else. And this is a reality that's lurking, that's there. It's the elephant in the room. Can you do anything without Steph? Because you showed you could without Russell, but Steph's another layer, another line. So we will see. But it's interesting they were debating him. But anyway, what you think about it? Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another and share it if you like, and hit that membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. And I will say this. Do you think Durant should come back? Do you think he should consider retiring? And do you give him any more hopes of winning another chip? because the clock has definitely been ticking, and it doesn't look good the way this is ending in Phoenix. I'm out.